This is going to be a retraction to a degree. I'm breaking down the Daniel Shaver execution and murder for the first time by former Mesa, Arizona police officer, Philip Mitch Brailsford. In the video that you're about to watch, I'm leaving it as is, but I'm going to do this beforehand so you know there's some clarity, because I had to ask myself if this changes the view of my video. When I put this video up for the first time, I was under the impression that the commands given on scene to Shaver were done by Brailsford, the cop who's on the right-hand side. Many of you have corrected me and said, no, the actual cop who was on scene barking the orders was the cop on the left-hand side, who was former Sergeant Charles Langley. I asked myself, does this change my view? Because I boldly, vehemently called Brailsford a murderer. And no, it doesn't change my view. It actually makes things a lot worse. It adds to conspiracy. It adds to the fact that the information I was given post the video was that Brailsford had apparently on his rifle case, "You're fucked," which is about as professional and police law enforcement worthy as the morons out there who wore the Punisher logo on their uniform without even knowing what the fuck it stands for. As you watch this video, now knowing that two people were involved in this, one was barking orders and one pulled the trigger, it's a dog. It's a rabid fucking dog who is waiting for his master to let him off the leash and maul someone to death, and that makes it 100 times worse in my eyes. It shows that at this time, Brailsford was not able to think on his own. Brailsford was not in fear for his safety, as they lied and convinced the jury that he was, and Brailsford was simply looking for any excuse whatsoever to pull the trigger, execute, and murder an innocent man who was fully complying with what their orders were. So as you watch this video, know that the sadist murderer who actually pulled the trigger is Brailsford on the right-hand side of the screen, and the one barking the orders, the one who is actually more responsible in my view, because he actually gave the green light for Shaver's execution, is Charles Langley on the left-hand side of your screen there. Just know that as you move forward watching this video, both men sadly were never brought to justice, and there will never be any justice for the execution and murder of Daniel Shaver. I'm getting convinced more and more as time goes on that the thin blue line supporters, those who support the police no matter what, are probably some of the stupidest human beings on the planet. Welcome to Cop Talk Live, Changing Cop Culture. I'm Dominick Izzo. I am a retired police officer from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and this channel is all about changing law enforcement for the better of the profession. I'm 100% pro-law enforcement, but lately I just can't back the blue with everything that's going on. The frustration that the citizens have when it comes to the lack of police accountability, the easiest way that I can even relate or try to pass it on to somebody is anybody who's Italian. And I'm sure it goes for other ethnicities and heritages as well too. But my mother, she passed away a couple years ago, but I'm going to tell you something. It didn't matter. I'm a 50-year-old man. If I was right about something with my mother, no matter the fuck what, she was always right. And you couldn't. You can come up and present all the evidence in the world and say, you are wrong. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. And if it was a decision that was made, her ruling was left standing. And it was beyond fucking frustrating. That's the closest analogy I can get to when people continue to showcase bad, corrupt, criminal, evil police officers out there, and not a fucking thing gets done in America. And it happens every single day. And the bootlicking crowd never disappoints. I recently did a video on an LAPD police officer who is part of some like mariachi band. And that's what he does to give back to his community, and it's great. And in his own social media, he is seen driving, representing law enforcement by the LAPD uniform and the badge, using no seatbelt, one hand on a coffee, one hand on a cell phone to record himself. One video's got him with a juvenile in the car. And I point out the hypocrisy of it because, as we know, cops would absolutely jump all over that for probable cause, to cite, and even to investigate all the way up to try to get in your car, find drugs, and arrest you and shit like that. But the bootlicking crowd, they love. What's the big deal? You're reaching. You're trying to push an agenda on people. No, you stupid motherfuckers just don't get it. These same men and women that you are treating as gods on this planet, they're going to take your freedom someday. They're going to take your life someday, because they're not held accountable for shit. ever. And we need to change that. We need more criminal federal prosecution. We need more federal jail time for cops. And we need more death penalties sought after police officers who willingly violate the constitutional rights of people. This is the only way that law enforcement will ever be saved, if they're held to the highest standard possible that they claim they do when they graduate the academy. A lot of you know this officer, and I've never reviewed this case before, but I think this is one of the defining cases, one of many, one of way too many, in America that changed the landscape of law enforcement, how people view their police being untouchable for murder. This is former police officer Phillips Balesford. In my professional experience opinion, this man is a murderer. This man is a murderer. Call it slander, call it libel, call it defamation of character. Based on the evidence that I'm going to show in a little bit, for those who haven't seen this video, this man is a murderer who got away with it. I'm not going to criticize him for being completely, you can get that look. I'm a retired cop, right? We could spot our own kind. And what we like to see is when we look at people, we could just spot somebody driving and we know. Yeah, we know you're hiding the weed in the car. We're watching you drive. Yeah, we know that guy. He doesn't have he's got a suspended license. Oh, that guy's drunk. We could do it just by sizing you up, right? But one look at this man, he's Tactical Charlie, who wants to play G.I. Joe, go out there and take on the fucking world. Little guy disease. And I can say that because I'm a 5'7" man who had short man disease of the highest nature and ultimately grew the fuck out of it with maturity and experience. But I don't know if that'll ever be the case with some of you out there. This case happened years ago, and I want to play something before we break down the Daniel Shriver case. I want to present to you just another incident that had happened involving this officer with Mesa, Arizona Police Department, showing a pattern, right? If you have one or more, if you have more than one, it's the beginning of a pattern, because that's what people do, or prosecutors do, cops do, judges do when they procure evidence against somebody they're trying to convict for being guilty of a crime as a citizen. They take their pattern and they say this is what they do. This was an incident that happened before the infamous shooting that he was involved with, and I'm just going to play it to set the standard. Now, this officer could have been phenomenal. I never worked with him, never spoke with him. I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I saw the footage, and many of you have too. But we need to talk about this, and we need to talk about how law enforcement is changing on such a level. It's changed on such a level in America that I just don't know what's left other than to knock the heroes off their pedestal and start them at the bottom to re-earn the public trust, because right now they shouldn't be getting the public trust at all.
It's an ABC 15 exclusive tonight. A couple of teenagers taken down by police. One of them hit in the face, another body slammed, and all of it going down at a Mesa gas station. ABC 15's Nohelani Graf joins us now. And Nohe, some are questioning whether these cops went too far.
You know, Steve, Mesa police tell me these three teens had already been up to no good, damaged another convenience store, and took off. When an officer found them, I'm told one disobeyed orders, resisted arrest. Still, the store clerk says what came next was way out of line.
And that's when he just pulled out a taser.
Jonathan Breton has dealt with some wild situations working at a gas station, but nothing like this.
Absolutely terrified, just for the simple reason they weren't doing anything.
Who scared him were the police. Breton says he was selling one of those guys cigarettes and chips. An officer asked to speak with him.
I put both of his hands on his shoulders, everything all calmly, but the kid got pushed back or something, and a cop got pushed back into our rack.
Breton thought the teen stumbled, so this...
You can clearly see he's being hit in the face with his hands behind his back.
Looked excessive to him from behind the lens of his cell phone camera.
Just isn't right.
Listen closer.
I'm arrested. I don't have to sit down.
Police had a different perspective and say that 19-year-old was belligerent.
Get on the ground. Mom,
challenged the officers from the start and didn't stop.
Oh my God.
Back up.
Stop! So they took him down.
That's when you can hear him literally start yelling, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe."
Body slams, torn shirts, a parking lot full of police. To Breton, it was too much, even after learning the teens left another store looking the same way his ended up.
I believe it could have been handled a way better way than where it went to.
Now, I'm armchair quarterbacking this clearly, but I'm just painting the post that you ever notice, and it's a recognizable pattern with police, that cops don't do this. They don't take force to the suspects when they are clearly out skilled or outmatched by the suspects. And we see it all the time. We've seen cops body slam 70-something-year-old Chinese men. We've seen cops break the windows and punch guys in the face when they're asking for supervisors on traffic stop. We see cops aggressively go ahead and try to fuck people up when they're weaker than them. All the time. The videos are all over the place. But when you get the videos like the Navy SEAL in the courtyard surrounded by 5 or 6 cops threatening to kick all their asses, well, then they try to de-escalate. When you got the giant bald motherfucker who crashes his car on the side of the road and he's like 6'13", and you get all these cops around him and the guy's screaming and ranting and raving, they try to de-escalate him. They try to de-escalate it. When it's the gym guy who's in a bank now screaming that he wants his money and he has a problem with the bank manager, and this guy is in his 60s and he's clearly roided out and he looks like he can fuck people up, what do? They try to de-escalate. They de-escalate. But cops don't like to de-escalate when they know they already won the fight. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Cops are pussies. Cops are pussies. They know that everyone is a mic call away, broken arrow, and you're going to get the whole cavalry just signing up, and then you're going to have back a roll call, man, how you fucked everybody up, and man, and they all saw you kick ass at the roll call. We know how it is. But when it comes down to actually real threats, cops don't like real threats. They don't like being challenged. It is what it is. So I want to set the pattern. Okay, this officer, Brailford, apparently was involved in this, right? Teenagers are easy just to body slam. Go ahead and do it. And this was before it. So if we're going to use the past of subjects when it comes to the criminal prosecution of John Q. Public out there on a level, then why aren't we doing it with cops? We need to start bringing their disciplinary history or lack of to their cases and whatnot. We're going to start with this. And this is the 911 call that initiated, ultimately, Daniel Shriver losing his life. And I want to listen to this to begin with, and then we're going to go into the video itself.
No. An emergency.
Hi, I'm with the La Quinta at 6530 East Superstition Springs Boulevard. And a couple of the guests have come to me. I'm an employee here. They come to me and they told me that somebody's pointing a rifle outside of one of the windows in our building.
Okay, and this is the 6530 East Superstition Springs Boulevard in Mesa?
Yes, it is.
Do we know what he's pointing it at? Do we know what he's pointing the gun at?
We're not sure. They're saying 4th floor.
Okay, one moment here.
That blue one right there? That's,
yeah, that's what I thought.
5th floor. That's going to be...
That's 502.
502? All right, yeah, I have the room number.
Okay, is anybody injured at this time?
Nobody's injured at the moment, no. We've got some scared people, but...
Okay. What room number?
We believe 502, but... Yeah, that's the room that he's staying in.
Okay. Have you seen the person that's staying in that room? Have you seen the person that's staying in that room?
Yeah, I'm going to double check the map right now to make sure that that's absolutely the room that we're thinking about. But I can get you their name right now.
Okay, and what is their name?
Hey, where's the map? Where's the map of the... You keep showing it to people to show them where to park. Yeah.
Okay, so what is his name?
I have to double check and make sure, because, you know. Yeah. That's definitely 502. Okay, his name... Let me sign in to my computer right now. Yeah, Daniel Shaver. His name's spelled like it sounds.
S-H-A-V-E-R?
Yeah.
Do we have a date of birth for him?
No.
Have you seen him at all? Have you seen him at all?
Yeah, I've seen him today.
Is he black, white, Hispanic, or Native?
He's white. He's a white male, ginger hair.
Okay, hold on 1 second, officer. Hold on 1 second. Officers are asking me to confirm where 502 is on, or is in that building. Is it on the north or south side of the building?
It's on the south end of the building, closest to the east side of it.
Okay. Okay, and you said he's a white male. About how old did you say he is?
I'd put him in his late 20s and early 30s.
Okay, what color shirt and pants? I'm sorry, you said you saw him earlier today, correct?
Yes, I did.
And what color shirt and pants was he wearing? Do you remember?
He was wearing a black Tool shirt, like the band Tool.
And what color pants?
Blue jeans.
About how tall would you say he is?
I'd call him about 5'8".
And his weight approximately?
130, 140 pounds, maybe.
And you said he had red hair?
Reddish.
Reddish hair. Any glasses, jewelry, tattoos, facial hair, anything like that for him?
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Does he have a vehicle registered?
Yeah, I don't know if it's registered, but I can find it in the parking lot.
Okay, you know what type of vehicle it is?
I'll recognize it if I see it. I'm headed there right now.
Okay. Only if it's safe for you to do so.
Yeah, it's on the north side of the building, so I think I'm all right.
All right, so as far as that goes, I'm going to break this down to begin with. As far as the 911 call goes, that was a great job by the caller. Very calm, gave as much clear information as possible and concise. Now, from a law enforcement point of view, what's going on is as the dispatcher is getting the information from the caller, at least this is how it was when I was a cop, caller gives it to one dispatcher types it in. As she's typing in, somebody else sees it on another screen. That person then starts dispatching the cops out there. Information that we know. A white male shooter in his 20s or 30s is on the 4th or 5th floor with 502, so let's say 5th floor, and he displayed a rifle out the window. Now, here's the deal. Number one, which is kind of weird because I didn't know that hotel windows can open up like that. I really didn't know. I was not under the assumption that a lot of them are maybe they're only allowed to open so much to prevent people from jumping out. But regardless, just because that's the information police were given doesn't mean that's always the case. I cannot tell you from personal experiences because I know you guys love me shitting on cops, but I'm also going to sit there and tell you the reality of the profession to defend those who actually do the job the right way. A lot of times, the caller may have seen that it was a long rifle, somebody was waving out the door, but then what it turned out to be was the guy was just setting up a tripod for some threesome that he was having with him and two girls in the room, and somebody saw it as, or maybe some disgruntled person who wasn't invited called it in for that nature. The calls are not always what they say they are. They're not. But do they respond the way that they're supposed to? Yes. If we got a call like this, based on the totality of the circumstances, 5th floor, white male, the color has nothing to do with it, race has nothing to do with it, displayed a firearm, specifically a rifle, that is going to be, everyone's going. Town I worked at bordered several different agencies border it. You would have all of us going, and you would have the other agencies calling up saying they're available to hold the perimeter. They're going to go help clear the floors, all this. You're going to get, in a suburban area, you're going to get anywhere between 5 to 20 cops on that scene, right? It's what's going to happen. It's city-wise, probably going to be more. It is what it is. You're going to take it seriously. You're going to deploy long guns. You're going to secure floor to floor. You're going to treat it as as exigent circumstance. You're going to there's no shots being fired. So I don't really think it's going to be rapid deployment where they're going to go in and start blasting anything they see. They're going to be as tactical as possible. So if I'm on scene, first one there, we're going to the floor. We're going to secure that hallway after we gain entry tactically to make sure nobody's going to pop out from corners, this and that. You're going to treat it as if there is an active shooter there. That's how it's going to be. It has to be done that way. You have to up your display level of force so whoever knows that you're there knows you mean fucking business, because you want to get up, you want to show, holy shit, the boys in blue are here, they got their ARs out, they mean fucking business, I better comply. That's how that goes. That's all that should be done, hopefully. You want to comply, and you go from there. Let's look at how this wound up unfolding. Now, I don't have entry into the building. I don't have the tactical setup points. I don't have the communication between officers. I don't know who was on scene point first, who was making the call-outs. I don't know the contact and how it was made. I know this exactly how you see it.
All right, we have one coming in. Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Get on the ground, both of you! Lay down on the ground! Lay down on the ground! Who else is in the room?
Nobody.
Nobody else is in the room?
Nobody.
Are you positive?
Nobody. Absolutely positive.
Okay. So apparently we have a failure for you to comprehend simple instructions. I'm going to go over some of them again, okay? Can you both hear and understand me?
Yes.
All right. If you make a mistake, another mistake, there's a very severe possibility you're both going to get shot. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
All right.
What the?
This is, shut up. I'm not here to be tactful or diplomatic with you. You listen, you obey. For one thing, did I tell you to move, young man? Did I tell you to
No, sir. No,
put
sir.
both
No,
your
sir.
hands,
No, sir. No, sir.
put both your hands on the top of your head and interlace your fingers. Take your feet and cross your left foot over your right foot. Who else is in the room?
Nobody.
Can you see the door? All right, stand by, we have contact. All right. Are you both drunk?
No.
No.
All right. So you're not going to have any problems understanding anything that I tell you, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can I go to my room?
No, you're not going to do anything but come towards us. Young man, you are not to move. You're to put your eyes down and look down at the carpet. You're to keep your fingers interlaced behind your head. You're to keep your feet crossed. If you move, we're going to consider that a threat, and we are going to deal with it, and you may not survive it. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, shut up and listen. All right? You are to keep your feet crossed. Take both of your hands, put them flat in front of you. You are to push yourself up to a kneeling position. Kneeling position. Now, put both your hands in the air. Okay, crawl towards us.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Stop. Okay. Grab the pole.
No, Rich, pull
Pull,
him this
Rich.
way.
Pull. Let me know when you're clear. Clear? No, you're not clear. You haven't frisked her yet.
You're not. You'll be in the chain till we figure out exactly what's going on, okay? Just be cool and we'll be done.
Okay, when you're done with that, lay her flat. Okay, I need one more cuff up. Okay. This is the deal. We're going to do almost like we did before. Okay? Have a seat. Okay, young man, listen to my instructions and do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You are to put both of your hands palms down, straight out in front of you. Push yourself up to a kneeling position. I said, keep your legs crossed!
I'm sorry.
I didn't say this in conversation. hands go back in the small of your back or down, we are going to shoot you. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Crawl towards me. Crawl towards me!
Yes, sir.
Don't go! Get up on him. Okay, hold on him. One with me. Key card, key card. Key card. Sam 81998.
Hold on. They gave me 2 key cards.
All right, let's go over and talk about that. But first things first, Phillips Balesford is a murderer. He's a murderer. Anybody who disagrees with that is completely off their mind, right? We're going to break this down. Now, let me explain to you how the very diplomatic chiefs of police and sheriffs out there like to take the mic and podium and go, we had a very unfortunate event today at the La Quinta Inn, Mesa, Arizona, while dealing with an active potential armed subject who many subjects saw displaying a rifle or a firearm allegedly from the window. Our officers responded to this location where they made contact with the subject during exchange of orders and compliance issues with the subject. The subject did not comply with the orders the officer given, and that subject was subsequently terminated. Their life-threatening force was terminated. This was an unfortunate incident. We will be looking into this matter. We will be fully transparent with this matter. It's a blow to fucking shit. You're going to get... Now, here's all the what-ifs. Here's all the what-ifs. Tactically, they're all the way down at the hall. Yeah, because down there and to the right, as you saw, could have been somebody else waiting to ambush there, right? Let's get the woulda, coulda, shouldas all out of the way, because I know there are people who still, and you guys are fucking, you're insane. You're diseased in the head. Well, Izzo, there could have been an active shooter around there. Could have. But the more you do the job, the more you get a feel for shit, and you understand that some things just aren't what the fucking dispatch came out. And you know what? You're going to have to deal with it differently and address. You have to call an audible. And if you go and go, this guy's not a fucking shooter, and if you go clear that corner, cut the pie as much as you can, and you come up on an active shooter, well, you better be very quick and be able to deal with that as much as possible. Then you saw the 2 closed doors. There could have been somebody behind that door waiting to ambush them. We know all this, right? We know all this. So this is why they had him in a prone position off the bat from initial contact, right? They're going to treat this as if it's a potential active shooter. So let's go back to this and break it down step by step and watch the murder of Daniel Shaver unfold.
We have one coming in. Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Get on the ground, both of you! Lay down on the ground!
Now, Shaver got on the ground right away, not because he was told to, but because his fucking knees buckled. His knees buckled. You watch it, dude. The hands go right up, and you can see she comes out. She's shocked. You come out, you see that police presence. You're like, what the fuck? His knees buckled. He went right down.
Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Get on the ground, both of you! Lay down on the ground! Lay down on the ground!
All right, at this point, couple of things. Where can I go pro-police and where can I go? This was a fucking soup sandwich. You got 2 people. You're going to prone them out like this. Action's quicker than reaction. Yes, if I was going to sit there, defend this to the hilt, I'd say, well, it really causes no action for a guy to go from this position laying down to rolling aside to take out his pistol to aim it at you. Well, not if you've got the drop on him, as they used to say in the movies, and your finger is from here to here on the long gun, and you're already aimed at it. You got a nice little doorway that maybe you could take a little bit of concealment from, not that much cover, but you can deal with the threat huge, right? So they're going to prone him out, give instructions, and go from there.
Who else is in the room?
Nobody.
Nobody else is in the room?
Nobody.
Are you positive?
Nobody. Absolutely positive.
Okay. Since apparently we have a failure for you to comprehend simple instructions, I'm going to go over some of them again.
Now, Philip G.I. Joe Balesford, he has a fucking attitude problem. He's a scumbag. He's entitled. And I can tell you this guy was probably a fucking jagoff to work with who liked to talk to people like they're shit. 100%, if I'm going to go with character assessment based on the dialogue he used, there's a time to talk to CERN. Sir, do me a favor, pay clear attention to me. I'm going to give you instructions. Don't waver from my instructions. When you're in a serious matter like this, remember, we like to give cops the benefit of the doubt all the time when it comes to auditory exclusion and tunnel vision. Those two main things that you could see the biological effects on cops when they're involved in shootings. Officer, you shot him, he had a cell phone. Well, then here comes the defense for the officer saying no. Based on auditory exclusion and tunnel vision, low lighting conditions, and every other element out on the planet, the officer thought that he perceived a gun in the subject's hands when clearly it was a cell phone. That's okay. Qualified immunity says that he was doing the best job possible with the information he was having, right? But we don't give that same shit to citizens. You got a gun pointed at your fucking face. You got several cops down the hallway pointing their fucking guns at you. Do you think that maybe time is going to slow, stop, stand still, speed up, and you're going to be all fucked up in the head where you don't hear things properly? You don't see things properly? Apparently, the only ones who are allowed to be human beings under high-stress circumstances and fuck up in the error are cops. Because when citizens do it, we murder them. That's what we do, right? So, Philip Baseford is condescending. He thinks he's better than other people. From that assessment off the bat, this guy is looking for somebody to fuck up. He is looking for someone to be the asshole he's been searching for all week so he can kill them. He has been waiting for this moment his whole life.
Okay, can you both hear and understand me?
Yes.
All right. If you make a mistake, another mistake, there's a very severe possibility you're both going to get shot. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
All right.
What the?
Shut up. I'm not here to be tactful and diplomatic with you.
Balesford is completely in control. He's not terrified for his safety. He's not scared. This is not a real threat to Balesford. He is not in a position where he had to take a shot to terminate life-threatening behavior. This is not the case. This is where the American federal government got this one fucking wrong. If the state doesn't want to pursue charges, fine. The absolute federal government should have rained down all fire and God hellfire down on Balesford for this. He's clear-headed. He's in complete control. He's not scared for shit, dude. He knows this man is not a threat. Make no mistake about it. From the initial fucking contact, based on who Balesford is and all the badassery he wants to play as police officer, all tatted up and tactical, he isn't fucking scared of shit, dude. He's got little man's disease and he's going to show you what for. He's not afraid of Shaver at all. Shaver and this woman are not threats to him. This is nothing more than an opportunity to use force, and Balesford is waiting for this.
You listen, you obey. For one thing, did I tell you to move, young man? Did I tell you to...
He calls him young man twice. Now, at the time, Balesford is 25 years old. 25 years old. It's relevant. It shows his state of mind that he thinks he's superior to other people. He's condescending on purpose. These people are not threats to him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Put
sir.
both your
Yes, sir.
hands...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put both your hands on the top of your head and interlace your fingers. Take your feet and cross your left foot over your right foot. Who else is in the room?
Nobody.
All right, stand by, we have contact. All right. Are you both drunk?
No.
No.
All right. So you're not going to have any problems understanding anything that I tell you, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can I go to my room?
No, you're not going to do anything but come towards us. Young man, you are not to move. You're to put your eyes down and look down at the carpet. You're to keep your
I
fingers...
think he's pretty much fucking eyes down on the carpet. And I understand the point of this. I've been involved with felony stops. I've been involved with constructions like this. And they need to be clear and concise. And the only good that this call is done right now is you don't have multiple officers talking over one another. They're letting they're letting egocentric Balesford do all the call here. They're letting him do all of it. His commands, fine. His tone, condescending. It really isn't relevant when it comes down to, is it wrong? No, he's just an asshole, but it also shows to his character and his level of apprehension and fear. He was not afraid for his safety. We need to make that paramount. At no time on this call did former officer Philip Balesford feel in danger of these two subjects. He just didn't.
Interlaced behind your head. You are to keep your feet crossed. If you move, we're going to consider that a threat, and we are going to deal with it, and you may not survive it. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
I think it's pretty clear right there. If you move in any way, and okay, so if the guy breathes, is he not going to survive? If he moves his fingers, is he not going to survive? See, right there, where the cops have the power to kill you, is they just set you up for failure. All right, listen, motherfucker. You stand on one leg. Stand on one leg. Circle your arms. All right, now take your left arm. Pat your head. I said pat your fucking head. And then rub your stomach. All right. I don't care if it's been a goddamn hour and you can't feel your one leg. You keep that other leg up. And the second they open fire, they put the other leg down. That's it. This is the same thing. It's the same goddamn thing. They're setting this man up so anything he does is the perfect, lawful justification for the police to open fire and be covered by law. Let's continue.
Lady, shut up and listen. All right? You are to keep your feet crossed. Take both of your hands, put them flat in front of you. You are to push yourself up to a kneeling position. Kneeling position. Now, put both your hands in the...
Now, I want to say something for a second because you're going to see in a minute that Shaver goes and he tries with his legs crossed to push himself up, and he just can't. There's an exercise women can do versus men do based on the leverage and the abdominal strength of their wall strength, if you will, and it'll show that women can sit this or extend themselves up. It used to be like in art class. I remember we did this when I was a kid. You bend over at the waist, put your head against the wall, take a chair, pull it up into yourself, and then straighten yourself up. Men can't do it. Women can. They're different biological muscular structures that are allowed to do it. Plus, it has different leverage points. So she can do this perfectly. Cross your legs, pick yourself up. She could do that. You see, he struggles in the second.
Here. Okay, crawl towards us.
I'm so sorry.
Now, he said crawl. She's not crawling. Her arms are up in the air. He said crawl. What's the definition of a crawl? Hands and feet, right? So she disobeyed his instructions. Why? Okay, apparently he's not consistent.
Okay. Stop. Okay. Cuff, grab and pull.
No, Rich, pull
Pull,
this
Rich,
way.
Pull. Let me know when
All right, so clearly Balesford thinks he runs the show the way he's talking about his other officers as well, too. Tactically, he's on point in this, and he's the one that's calling all the shots, literally, and in charge.
Clear. Clear. No, you're not clear. You haven't pressed her yet.
You're not. You'll be in the chain so we figure out exactly what's going on, okay? Just be cool and we'll be done.
Okay, when you're done with that, lay her flat.
Now, I'm going to armchair quarterback this by a second and say, I know that there's still a threat potential. They haven't seen the gun. They haven't seen a gunman. They don't know if this is the person they're talking about. They don't know how many people are in the room. They haven't cleared it. They don't know what's around the corner. You can continue to bring him down towards you. You can. Great. Okay, awesome. Then that's what he's going to do. You also can, in my opinion, you could keep a gun pointed on him, and you could take 2 or 3 guys, go down the hall, go to meet him in that prone position, leave him out, and go to cuff him there. While then, once somebody goes hands on, you pick up and you wind up covering the doorway. You could do that as well, too. I think either one, you're gonna make that judgment call. Let's just say, for argument's sakes, fine. You want to continue him coming down? You got to have certain concessions. like whether or not somebody can actually move, how scared shitless they are, whether or not they fucking even know what's going on, their OODA loop, as some people like to talk about, their tunnel vision, their auditory exclusion, their just fucking inability to gross motor skill function because they are shitting their fucking pants.
Okay, I need one more cover up. Okay. This is the deal. We're going to do almost like we did before. Okay.
Now, tactically speaking, Shaver in this incident is no threat whatsoever. His hands are behind his head. He's got his legs crossed. His face is down. He can't see them. The only thing he could do is potentially hear if they approach him. That's it. But the response time based on where a pistol would be, his waistband, either front or waistband in the back, I don't think that he could, action is quicker than reaction. I don't think that he could adjust himself from being in that position to pulling a pistol and firing at them quickly enough where they couldn't address it faster. I don't believe so whatsoever from this. This is a fantastic position to have a threat laid in. Got his fingers crossed. The only position would be superior to this would be have him face the other direction. That's it. Have him face the other direction. But this is what we got.
Okay, young man, listen to my instructions and do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You are to put both of your hands palm down, straight out in front of you. Push yourself up to a kneeling position. I said keep your legs crossed!
How, you dumb motherfucker? How? Most adults have mobility problems. You, fucking murderer, go ahead. I hope you're tortured with this on some level. Go ahead. Go. I want you to go in your living room and lay with your legs crossed and push yourself up under a high stress circumstance, right? If you have a family, I hope somebody's threatening your family and saying, hey, keep your fucking legs crossed. And go under the stress of your family being threatened at gunpoint by somebody and see if your gross motor skills are able to function in the way that you're clearly given instructions. How? How? Most adults have stiff hips, bad backs, all this shit, and you want somebody with their legs crossed to push themselves up on knee leverage points when your legs actually get closer, when you have to cross your fucking feet, you have to separate your feet, widen out your legs, secure your base, and push up. But that's not good enough for Balesford here. He just fucked up. I'm surprised Balesford didn't pull the fucking trigger already because he already said he's going to fucking shoot him if he does. So right now, Shaver is scared out of his fucking mind.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say this in conversation. Put your hand here! Hands up in the air!
This is where now, remember, we protect our police. We shield our police from prosecution when it comes to auditory exclusion, tunnel vision, misseeing stuff that isn't there based on the high stress level. Because remember, all the police incidents are fast, rapid, tense, ever evolving. So Shaver, who doesn't know his ass from a fucking hole in the ground right now, is expected to play hot potato with a guy screaming at him, pointing a rifle at his fucking face. How? And he's impaired, intoxicated. How is he supposed to survive this? How? See, right now, I'm telling you, Balesford has already made up his mind he's going to shoot and kill a Shaver. He's already made it up. He's looking for one thing he can justify. One thing. In the process of this, and you'll see if you haven't seen already, Shaver's wearing shorts. And his knees are on the shorts right now. They're on the material of the shorts. And when he pushed himself up and he's in this position, now his waistband is being pulled down. He's being depantsed, so to speak. So he's supposed to crawl towards Shaver in a second. Pants coming down, be damned. You're going to see as Shaver starts to move forward, scared shitless, crying, because he can't do a goddamn thing right according to this fucking murderer. his pants start to fall down. His shorts start to get pulled down because of his knees are walking on the material as they go. So he goes to pull his fucking pants up because it's basic human instinct to preserve dignity. But that's not good enough for the murderer. That's not good enough.
Then again, we're shooting you. Do you understand?
Do not shoot me.
Then listen to my instruction.
Balesford is looking for any cunt hair of opportunity to murder this man. He wants to kill him. He is actively doing everything he can to heighten the stress level. He is purposely instigating this shit so this guy will fuck up so he could shoot him. This is intent. This is intent. It was his intent to shoot, kill, and not be criminally prosecuted because he's the police and they could do whatever the fuck they want. They're always protected.
I'm trying to just do what you...
Don't talk! Listen! Hands straight up in the air. Do not put your hands down for any reason. You think you're gonna fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands...
How? What human being is gonna do that? No human being on the planet is going to do that. It's the same thing as you can't hold your breath to commit suicide because your body's automatic defense system will gasp for air. You can't, right? Same shit. You're gonna tell this guy not to preserve his fucking face from hitting. It's setting him up for complete failure. This is intent murder.
Go back in the small of your back or down. We are going to shoot you. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
No, you can't understand it because listen to his instructions. Right now, Shaver's ears have got to be cotton balled up full of fucking blood. His heart has got to be just pounding in his chest. He probably cannot hear shit. And these are the instructions again.
Hands down for any reason. You think you're going to fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands go back in the small of your back or down. We are going to shoot you. Do you...
Okay, so this is what he said. Again, I want to break this down instruction by fucking instruction.
Fraud!
I'm sorry. I just pushed my...
I didn't say this in conversation. Put your hand here! Hands
We couldn't understand that. Put your hands out! But we couldn't, hands. Okay, what about my hands? Okay?
up in the air!
Hands up in the air. Well, here's my two.
You do that again, we're shooting you. Do you understand?
Do what again? You do what again? We're gonna shoot you. It wasn't clear what you even fucking said.
Do not shoot me.
Then listen to my instruction.
I'm trying to just do what you...
Don't talk, listen! Hands straight up in the air.
Hands straight up in the air.
Do not put your hands down for any reason. You think
So don't put your hands down for any reason.
you're gonna fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands go back in the small of your back or down.
Your hands go back in the small of your back. Are you telling me put my hands in the small of my back? I'm sorry, if he's going to be this detailed instructions, you mean if your hands go in the small of your back, right? There needs to be a consequence to that. You need to start the sentence off with if. You didn't. You weren't clear. As far as you said, he said your hands go in the small of your back. Okay, I guess my hands go in the small of my back. Right there. Did he purposely leave out the word if and say your hands go in the small of your back? Because that is a statement. That is not a predicate of instruction he's giving him. He tells him hands up in the air, and then he says, your hands go in the small of your back. Are you kidding me? You just told me to put my hands in the small of the back. But because he purposely didn't say the word if, he's setting him up so that he has a reason to shoot him. He was planning this.
We are going to shoot you. Do you understand me?
No, I don't understand you.
Crawl towards me. Crawl towards me!
Sir, please.
Don't go!
Reach back to pull his fucking pants out. Reach back to pull his fucking pants out.
Sir, please.
Don't go!
This man, Phillips Balesford, is a murderer. He's a murderer. And he's been looking for his entire life to do this to someone. He is a fucking murderer. He set Shaver up with the tonality of how he gave instructions. It was a roller coaster of fucking instructions that were completely unclear. And sometimes he was screaming at him, then he brought his voice down. Young man, Then he would scream incoherent, unclear instructions, leaving out certain words for Shaver to hear, knowing Shaver was possibly impaired, seeing the condition he was in, having the biological understanding that fucking, man, people can't move like this. Can't move like this. A lot of you asked me to break this down over the years. This one always makes me sick to my stomach. Because we don't hold our cops accountable. Because we give badges and guns to fucking children who are psychopaths. Psychopaths. And then when justice needs to be held in our country, we don't. We don't. Daniel Shaver was executed. He was murdered. He was murdered by a police officer. The same ones that many of you sit there and back the blue and fly your blue line flag and suck the fucking chrome off their fucking bumpers, if they still have chrome on their bumpers, for their shit, no, for their badges. You just have to chrome out their fucking badges just because of who they are. And you will do anything you can to fight tooth and claw to say, no, this was legally justified. You see, if Shaver had just comply and you won't die. Okay, fucking Officer Tatum. This guy complied to every single letter of what was told to him, and he was still killed. And can you condemn him? Can you condemn the murderer, Phillips Bailsford? You know, I am a person of faith, and it sucks. And I think everybody can be forgiven. And I hope to God Bailsford finds Christ. And I'm not trying to get faith-based on any of you, but that's the only way I balance out my anger and hatred for 99% of the police shit I see online every day, is by knowing that I vent, I purge, I get it out, and Christ is going to take care of the rest, right? Is what it is. But this, holy fuck. How can we honor a profession in the United States when they don't even honor themselves? Every single police officer in the United States should have viewed this and should have written the district attorney at the time, the president of the United States at the time, and they should have flat out demanded justice be served. They should have. Or even better, every single cop in America should have fucking found a way to take care of Bailsford on their own, because apparently the criminal justice system doesn't. I'm not calling for chaos. I'm not calling for anarchy. I don't want to see it. But at what point? And we see so many of them, right? We see so many people. And every person on the planet, doesn't matter if you're the biggest shitbag criminal on the planet, you deserve due process. You still have constitutional rights. Is what it is. But we don't respect that in the United States. And we give all the benefit of the doubt to the police officers just because they wear a badge and a gun. And we don't think about their character as a human. Everybody talked about Officer Bailsford. No one asked about the character of Phillips Bailsford. Phillips Bailsford is a psychopath who was dying to murder somebody, and he finally found the chance. And apparently his lawyer said he has PTSD because it wasn't as thrilling as the video games you played taught you, was it, Philip? You've been masturbating for fucking years, waiting for your time to pull that trigger. It's not exactly what it's cracked up to be, is it? Taking a human life of somebody who is as defenseless as can be. This is murder. This is bullying of the ultimate degree. But we don't see cops ever, ever, ever acting this way towards people they know can kick the shit out of them. We just don't. Disgusting. Sadly, I'm going to be having to critique more and more cases, incidents like this, that have changed law enforcement for the worst in the last several decades. This is one of the biggest one. And our criminal justice system failed us. Our law enforcement, especially on this one, from here on out, if there's no collective condemnation by police across America and the demand of federal prosecution, then there no respect. You cannot respect the police as a totality organization until they start cleaning up their own. I don't care if this is 2016. Justice needs to be served on this one, and the federal government needs to come down. On a state level, I believe he wasn't charged. I don't know, but I don't think the federal government ever looks at cops and prosecutes them, even though they operate on the Fourth Amendment on a federal fucking level and due process as well, too. I don't know. This outrages me, makes me sick to my fucking stomach, is what it is. Guys, support what we're doing, what we're trying to do. There's links below in the description for PayPal. You can wind up donating and supporting all that I do. You can go ahead and become a member on Patreon, $7 a month. Go ahead and get involved. You can buy my book, Before the Badge, everything you need to know before you become a cop, because this is not law enforcement. This is not policing. This is not being a cop in America. This is being a murderer who I can guarantee you, 100% guarantee you, when his coworkers saw this happen, they were not surprised. When his command staff saw this, they were not fucking surprised. The first thing they all did was look in a circle the wagons to wind up covering liability in the department because they knew they're about to get sued huge. So Philip Balesford, you are a murderer. And I hope to God you're praying every night for forgiveness.